Throw it down, big man.
Welcome everybody back to the Throw It Down Big Fella podcast. Once again, I am your host with the most. I am Greg Rufus. Thank you so much for joining us for another episode of the Throw It Down Big Fella podcast. So much stuff went down, you guys, from the World Series to NBA basketball is back. It is back, and NFL and college football. On this episode, you guys, I'm gonna break down everything that happened this past weekend. Things to look forward to. In fact, this weekend, you guys, I'm going to JSU's homecoming with my father-in-law. My wife is actually going to Texas for a church conference, women's church conference. Pray for her safety. She'll be there with her friends and all that. But my birthday is coming up, you guys, November 4th. Your guy over here, he turns 35, another year older. I don't know. It's just I'm excited, of course, to spend it with my family, my wife, of course. And of course, election day is next week. That's a big time, huge time next week, you guys. But yeah, your boy's turning 35 years old next week Monday. So just thank you guys. And also if you have the opportunity, please pray for me for health and guidance and that I make it another year and some more years and many years to come. So that's what's going on. Also, while I'm talking about all the sports that's going on, me and my wife, we actually saw the Tyler Perry Beauty and Black series. Hope I got it right. Beauty and Black series that was on Netflix. Spoiler alert. I'm gonna give you guys my thoughts on it. If you have not seen it yet, you could just fast forward when I get to that point. But the Tyler Perry Netflix show Beauty and Black, I'm gonna give you my thoughts on that. And finally, this Dwayne Wade statue. This is that'll be my final take. This Dwayne Wade statue. Look, I'm gonna get into that. That itself was just absolutely crazy. But before I get into this episode, you guys, I want to ask you guys, please subscribe to my podcast on YouTube at Throw It Down Big Fella. Also follow on Instagram at Throw It Down Big Fella Pod. I appreciate all the views. I appreciate the subscribers. Please tell somebody that knows somebody that knows something about this podcast. And I'm just thankful for all the support so far I've gotten, and I continue to make beautiful episodes for you guys and content that you can follow and get your thoughts on. And please comment as well on the YouTube channel and also on Instagram. All right, I'm trying to hold it together, you guys. This allergies is really killing me, so try my best here. So, like I said, it was a busy sports weekend, you guys. I'm gonna start off with college football from this past weekend. I'm gonna start with the University of the Memphis Tigers. They had their homecoming this past weekend against Charlotte. Again, I apologize, you guys, but they had their homecoming against Charlotte, and it was a good game. I mean, they were dominating at first. University of Memphis. I was at the game. My mom, her boyfriend, and also me and my wife went. So it was a wonderful experience. Memphis actually blew a 14-point lead. Actually, were down, but they eventually came back. Seth Hennigan found Rock Taylor, also Anderson, the running back. He got it going, and they ended up coming back and winning. Here's my take. Is it a good or bad thing that Memphis had to struggle to kind of claw their way back to get this win? I mean, it's a good thing. I mean, you necessarily don't want to have close games. I get it, especially at this time of year where Memphis is trying to win out and hopefully get a playoff spot. But it can also give you a test into not even next year, but like when they get to a bowl game, if they get to a bowl game, competition, of course. But Charlotte is 3-4. They've had some rough games. They lost to Indiana, I believe, one week. I mean, it just happens. Charlotte was tougher than I thought it was. I thought it was going to be a little bit of runaway. I think they were like a 14.5-point favorite or something, some double digits. But the grit and the fight for them to actually come out and actually still win the game. It's actually impressive. And so I'm not going to kill them necessarily for keeping it close and then actually blowing the lead and then actually coming back to. I'm going to give them credit for actually coming back, stepping in again, actually making plays to win the game. I mean, he's a ball maker. He's a playmaker. You have good receivers like you had Taylor, the big receiver. Also, like I said, the running back. I mean, good things will tend to happen. So I'm going to give Memphis Tigers their credit. They have it, like I said, the rest of their ways should be easy, except for the Tulane game, which is the day after Thanksgiving. That's their test. Um, so we'll see what happens with the University of Memphis Tigers. Actually, Notre Dame beat Navy. So I know it doesn't really mean anything because Navy beat them head to head. This is not a conference loss, but I mean, like you said, it's any given Saturday or Thursday or whenever college football plays. So um yeah, I just think for Memphis though, going back to that game, like very impressive win. Wouldn't have liked it to be close, but it was a really fun experience. Me and my family got to watch it. So shout out to Memphis Tigers. Other just impressive things that I got from college football Saturday. Texas beating Vanderbilt. That was very, very impressive on their part. Coming back from their loss that they had against Georgia, they were able to respond, go into a very hostile environment in Vanderbilt, Nashville, Tennessee after their uh monumental upset over Alabama. Speaking of Alabama, Alabama beating Mizzou. Is Mizzou's has the luck run out? Is the slipper falling off? I don't know. But Alabama needed to respond after their losses recently to Tennessee and Vanderbilt. So they were able to respond. Major response from Alabama. They're not going anywhere yet. I know their playoff chances are really, 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 really slim, but they found a way. They found a way to get it done. Arkansas defeated Mississippi State. Mississippi State is just one of those years. I'm sorry, it's my wife's alma mater. Just one of those years. My friend Marcus Hunter, I know he's going through it as well, but yeah, I just think Arkansas was just a better team, and they have a fiery coach. I love that coach so much. But yeah, Arkansas took care of Mississippi State. Trying to think any other marquee what just stood out the most. Oh, of course, I have to mention Colorado Coach Prime, Travis Hunter, Shador Sanders, all them boys. They are bowl eligible for the first time since 2016. Unbelievable. Unbelievable for them to turn that whole franchise around, the college program around. Great for them. I would love for them to come to Liberty Bowl, Colorado. Wishful thinking, but I'm sure they're going to probably be uh, somewhere out west, probably Las Vegas, Arizona, somewhere. Wherever they're going to be at, it's going to be a party. So, congratulations to whoever city or school gets to host Colorado going there. But congratulations to Colorado Coach Prime. They are bowl eligible for since 2016. I'm trying to think of is there anything else um that I'm impressed with? Okay, I think that's it. But let me get to the depressed LSU once again loses another big game to Texas A&M. Brian Kelly, Brian Kelly. Like he just never wins the marquee games. And there's another marquee game on the road, blows it, blunder. Now you have Alabama opportunity to possibly take their spot into the playoffs. I just don't understand it. Brian Kelly, he has to win these big games. He has to. I mean, not saying jobs on the line, but like I just want you gotta win the big games. I just plain and simple. LSU, they expect so much from you, and you're just not delivering in those big games. So that's my disappointment for the week. Let me know what you guys think about who were you impressed with, depressed with college football weekend. Let me know in the comments section on YouTube, and of course I will get back to you on that. Let me look at the marquee games coming up for the week of college football. Of course, like I mentioned, I'm going to the JSU homecoming and play Arkansas Pine Bluff. Their homecoming. That should be a very, 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 very fun game. I'm excited about that. Um, looking around, looking at the schedule right now. Also, Boise State. I got to shout out Alshon, the running back. I mean, he had a slow very slow first quarter. I think he was like negative yards, but of course he picked it back up. They play Friday night against San Diego State. Um, maybe a get back game for him. Trying to think of any other games that I could see that would be kind of good, kind of. Oh, how can I forget? Ohio State, Penn State on Saturday. This coming up Saturday, 11 a.m. on Fox. You know that's going to be good. You know that's going to be everything is on the line for this game. I would not be surprised if College Game Day is there. I'm not really sure yet, but I'm sure Ohio State, Penn State, there will be they will be there. Memphis, of course, coming off that comeback win against Charlotte. They played University of Texas San Antonio at University of Texas San Antonio. That's 11 a.m. on ESPN2. That should be another that would be a watch that I would look into. Oregon and Michigan, we're going to the 2:30 slate. Oregon still undefeated, ranked number one as they should play Michigan. They're actually a 14 and a half point favorite at the Big House. Yeah, that's anything can happen. Any given Saturday, like I mentioned. Florida and Georgia. What else is new? I mean, this is their annual tradition, unlike any other. They play in Jacksonville, Florida. Uh, Georgia's actually 16 and a half point favorite. Okay, let's see. Let's see. This is they don't like each other. Florida, Georgia, they don't like each other. So let's see how that plays out. I will definitely be tuning into that. See, Indiana is still undefeated. How are they still ranked 13? I don't know. I would think they would be top eight, top seven, top five. That's crazy. But they play Michigan State at Michigan State. They're favored by 7.5. Look at Kansas, Houston. Kansas is ranked number 17. They go travel to Houston. Uh, Mississippi State, like I said, they play Massachusetts, I'm sorry, and they're actually favored. 18 and a half point favorite. Interesting right there. Now looking at the 6:30 to primetime slate games, Texas A&M, South Carolina, Louisville, Clemson. Of course, the annual Kentucky UT game that's at 6:45. We also have a top 20 matchup. SMU ranked number 20. They're at home against 18 ranked Pittsburgh. SMU 7.5 point favorite. The total is 58.5. That they're basically saying that should be a high scoring contest going on over there. And I think that's about it on the games that probably I should be focusing on. But again, at like the comment section on YouTube, let me know what game you think is going to be very, very good, very, very important, marquee. So yeah, I'm looking forward to watch college football this weekend coming up. All right, enough about college football. Let's get to the World Series, baseball, national prime time, Yankees Dodgers. What an ending in game one on Friday night. Freddie Freeman, of course, if you know, story of Freddie Freeman was going on with him, his son wasn't feeling too good, had that whole story. He coming off of injury, surgery. He's a champion, by the way. Um, I'm sorry. Just excited. I mean, just excited for him. Freddie Freeman has been through a lot, and of course, game one setting the scene. They were down two. I'm sorry, and Freddie Freeman hit a walk-off grand slam for the Dodgers to win game one. I really think that just killed. I'm not saying killed the momentum, but it swung it directly to the Dodgers' way. Um, they have been dominated so far, including last night. They're up 3 games to nothing. They took the first two in LA. Dodgers took the first one in New York. They're up 3-0. Um, I'm just I know everybody's killing Aaron Judge for his performance in the postseason so far in the World Series. I mean, they're all human. Athletes are human, and I understand that the pressure he needs to perform better. I get it. But I'm not all the way upset with him. It's a team effort. And we know that pitching, when you get to October, like some of the bats are tired. A lot of people are tired. They play a long season baseball. It's a long, long season. But the other people, they've done their part, sort of. Juan Soto, Carlos Stanton, Jazz Chit, like they're trying. I could give them effort for trying, but now You got to think about the Dodgers though. People are just thinking that the Yankees should just be dominated. They should have won a game. They should have probably won last night. But give credit where credit's due on the LA Dodgers. Mookie Betts, former champion, was an MVP. Freddie Freeman was an MVP. He's a champion. Shohei Ohtani, we talk about how great of a future he is. He's just now getting into the postseason scene after spending all those years with the Angels who weren't going to go nowhere. And you see him performing. I mean, Hernandez also for the Dodgers. Like they have hitters, they have good coaching with Dave Roberts, former World Series champion player and champion. So I'm not by any means, it's not an upset. I mean, this people on paper they say, "Oh, it looks like an upset because of the Yankees, how great they were." But the Dodgers are so good. They spend the money. They put all the pressure on themselves. The Yankees too. I just don't want this to be if the series is tonight, which game four is tonight. I assume Cole. They're saying Cole for the Yankees will probably be there just to do or die. But as a baseball fan, I would love to see the Yankees get one. I don't want to see a sweep. I want to see pride. I want to, because game five is still in New York. Maybe winning two, maybe tying it up, not no well two, getting 3-2, and then possibly to LA, but for game six. But I would like to see them at least get one. It's been a great season for both of them, but of course the Dodgers are just a better team, and I respect them for all that they have done and accomplished. But say the Dodgers do win, they finally get they get a World Series parade. They didn't get one during COVID year when they actually won. So did the Lakers didn't get one either. But this will be an exciting time for LA, Magic Johnson and all of them. He was still part owner of the Dodgers. So congratulations to the Dodgers and the Yankees. Uh, hopefully this will be the start of them returning to the World Series. And I just don't want it to be everybody just clowning on the Yankees. Yankees, they just but congratulations, like I said, to the Dodgers, soon to be world champs, probably in tonight as I'm recording this. But in all fairness, though, the Yankees put up a good fight. It just was not enough to overcome the LA Dodgers. So that while that's going on in the World Series, NBA started last week. Of course, me and Darren did that amazing preview of the NBA season. If you have not checked it out, our past episode, please check that out. Um, so it's just been 1 week, you guys. I know it's 82 game season. Uh, so I'm just gonna give you a couple things that I've observed so far, and I'm gonna start with the Memphis Grizzlies. Their third quarter woes continue for the Memphis Grizzlies. I mean, it was last year, of course. I know last year had all the injuries and all that going on, but it was still the third quarter, and it was still a lot of it coaching, a lot of it just styles and can you adjust and all. And Taylor Jenkins, yeah, he's a decent coach, but I said this on the podcast with Darren, like if he does not get it done this year if they start teetering, I just feel like he's gonna be the scapegoat. Like, yeah, Taylor, you got to go. I mean, it reared its ugly head yesterday for the Grizzlies. Maybe even last week they played Houston. They third quarter, they kind of were in control of Houston. Then the third quarter went pure, and it just avalanched to Houston winning at Rockets. Of course, they beat Utah. Their opener. They have not. That was their first road home opener, I'm sorry, in 6 years. So congratulations to them on that. But they blew it against Houston Friday. They defeated Orlando in their home opener this past Saturday. And then we go to last night against Chicago Bulls. Understandably, no John Morant. I understand that, but they still were up 20. And somehow, some way, Chicago crawled, scratched their way into getting a victory. They came back and won by three. Uh, Again, just they got to find a way. The Grizzlies have to find a way. Third quarter, like whatever it is, like get it out their system, the bugaboo, whatever. Like they got to find a way to reel it in and to hold these opponents in. Chicago, I'm not trying to disrespect Chicago, but it's like we don't know. I think Chicago's very streaky and risky, and that was a win that they should have probably had. But it is what it is. They move forward from it. Uh, they're talking about this guy Huff, the big man for the Grizzlies. He's got game. He's got game. He can come off the bench, do what he can, but They're 2-2, like I said, Memphis. They play Brooklyn Nets tomorrow. They play the Bucks on Halloween. These are the games games coming up this week. And they go down and play Philadelphia on Saturday. They play Brooklyn again on my birthday. Shout out. Woo woo. And they cut the LA Lakers come to town. That's Wednesday, next Wednesday, the 6th. Your boy will be at the game. Shout out to my wonderful wife for hooking me up to see the GOAT, LeBron James, and them. So, look forward to watching that game as well. But it's a long season. You guys are 2-2, but I would have loved for the Grizzlies to close that game out against the Chicago Bulls. Great to see Lonzo Ball back as well. Zach LaVine had a unbelievable game as well. So that was just it's a little sample size. You guys, sample size, 4 games in, but I would just like to see more third quarter emphasis for this Memphis Grizzlies team. They can do that. Of course, they're going to be better than what they were last year. They're going to be better. You want to see it early so you can feel good about yourself as a Grizzly fan and as a community as well. Other takes that I have so far, this short sample size so far in the NBA season. The LA Lakers, they look amazing. Although last night LeBron James needs to donate his check to AR, Austin Reeves, Anthony Davis, and Rui because he didn't do his part last night. And I think they're saying he was under the weather. I can kind of tell by his post game he was a little sick, but hey, you're there, LeBron. You gotta do better. Blah blah blah. They're 3-1. They play Phoenix again. Their victories so far: Minnesota, Phoenix, Sacramento. Impressive, to say the least. Impressive. And LeBron had a triple double last night. One of the oldest players in the NBA to do it. I mean, they're going to be a problem, and you could tell with the new coaching of JJ Redick. Not like Darvin Ham didn't do a bad job. I'm not going to clown Darvin Ham that much, but JJ Redick is in tune, and he was, according to several reports, peeved off about their performance yesterday. I mean, yeah, get on LeBron, get on the players. I mean, that's probably what they need, some tough love, I every once in a while. So that was my take. That's my take on the Lakers right now. I mean, everybody was kind of saying, oh, it's gonna be down. They didn't do anything, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes you really don't need to do anything. Just add a couple pieces here and there, rookies and all, and maybe then you can sneak in and do. I mean, they're confident in their team. So we'll see if they can continue this confidence into the season. The Denver Nuggets. I remember on our podcast that I said I just don't feel the it's gonna be there with Russell Westbrook and Joker and Michael Porter and Jamal Murray and all of them. I mean, they're 1-2. I mean, they're starting off slow. I think Charles Barkley said they look. Oh well, Stephen A. Smith said, I'm sorry, they look old and slow. I might want to take my finals prediction back from Denver. Again, too early, but they just, I don't know. It doesn't look right now, but I might have to take back about the fact like they could be not good. I don't know, but I think they're going to be out the top four. I think they're going to be a 5 or 6 seed. And let's say Memphis gets a 4 seed and Denver gets the 5. Memphis, Denver, first round. I'm going to lean toward the Memphis Grizzlies being the fandom that I am, but I wouldn't be surprised if Denver wins because it's Joker. Joker is one of the best players in the league. So uh it'd be interesting to see how how does it really fit? How does it really fit? We won't, just looking at it right now, it just kind of looks but time would tell on how that will look moving forward. Any other takes that I have? Philadelphia, Tyrese Maxey is a star. I mean, of course, right now they're playing without Embiid and Paul George. He's taking over. Um, I think the big question is when George and when Joel Embiid gets back, is it still going to be his team? It should be. It should. I mean, I think Embiid is Embiid. We get that, but Tyrese Maxey is that guy. He is that guy, and I don't want it to be okay. You had 30. Let's just strip you down to 18. No, continue to give him the rock. Continue to let him shoot. Continue to make plays. I'm excited about the growth of Tyrese Maxey. He showed out in the playoff last year. I think he's going to continue to elevate, and he's holding them afloat. So, congratulations to Tyrese Maxey and them. They're 1-2 to hold it afloat until the big guns come back. So, interesting to see how that plays out. Paulo had an amazing game last night, 50 points. He had 37 and a half. Orlando is another sneaky team out of the East that can actually do something that's there. I mean, of course, the addition of KCP that they got, um, interesting to see how that whole scenario plays out. But Paulo, I want to give him a shout out that 50 point, put a 50 burger on the Indiana. Indiana starting off slow. Tyrese, I want to see that dog in Tyrese. I really do. I really want to. I think it's time now. I think, he's been chilling. He's been doing what he wants. It's just, I want to see that, okay, I'm smiling here, but let me show you how aggressive I can be on the court. And right now, Indiana's not really doing any of the things right now. I'm sure they will pick things up in the future. Finally, Boston, Jason Tatum's revenge tour. Thank you to Steve Kerr for making him angry, making Tatum angry and on a mission. MVP candidate without a doubt. He's balling. He's out of control. He's one of the guys I like to watch outside the Grizzlies, Lakers. He's one of those guys. And so shout out to Jason Tatum. He's doing his thing. And Steve Kerr, thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for making Jason Tatum upset. Let me know what you guys think about the NBA season so far. What are you looking forward to? Also, also find these allergies, you guys, are killing me. Let's look at some of the games coming up that I'm looking forward to this week. Tomorrow Lakers play Cleveland. Like I mentioned, Brooklyn plays Memphis at Memphis. Steph Curry. Oh, I mentioned Steph Curry's going to be out for 2 weeks. He dislocated his ankle. Dislocated. He hurt his ankle. Hoping for him to have a speedy recovery. OKC and San Antonio. OKC is balling. Victor doing Victor things. That should be a good game on tomorrow. Halloween nights. Let me see. They have Milwaukee, Memphis, Giannis in town. That should be exciting. Phoenix and LA. That should also be very good to watch. Uh, like I said, it's just a lot of things going on, but those are some of the games I'm looking forward to watching. Let me know what you guys think. What games you're gonna be looking forward to watch this week coming up, and also your take on NBA so far. Who has impressed you? Who has depressed you? Let me know in the comments section. And throw it down, Big Fella Pod on YouTube, and I would love to answer you guys and answer some of the questions and comments that you have moving forward. Okay, NFL. Wow, what a crazy, crazy NFL week this was. Of course, the Hail Mary heard around the world was the Jalen Daniels Hail Mary. I was actually at the Tyrese Tank Genuine concert along with K Michelle, Silk, Tevin Campbell. It was at the Landry Center. I was actually watching that game. Uh, Unbelievable. Unbelievable that pass. I mean, it looked like Chicago was coming back to take the lead. And of course the play that everybody's talking about, the lack thereof, is Stevenson, the defensive back for Chicago. What a bonehead play. Just how stupid can this guy be? I mean, he's over here taunting the Commanders fans like, yeah, 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 while the play's going on. So the opportunity for the defender to come in there. No, but he said the wide receiver was looking like, oh, okay, that's how you're gonna feel. And then he actually tipped it like a volleyball, and Noah Brown caught it, touchdown. Washington wins. Uh, Much to the distress of me being an Eagles fan, we could have actually took the lead in the NFC East, but because of that tremendous play, uh, Washington won. Washington is just Jalen Daniels is good. He is not no secret no more. Everybody knows how good he is. So it's no secret how great he is. Excited to be a Washington Commanders fan. They are good. They're excited to watch. And Jalen Daniels is a star. He's one of those guys. And so looking forward to for my Eagles to play him in a couple of weeks. That's going to be a very, very, very tough game. Speaking of my Eagles, they defeated Cincinnati 37-17. Jalen Hurts had a great game. Of course, Saquon Barkley had a great game. Cincinnati, you My guy, I like Joe Burrow said they're going to win 7 of the next 9 games. That's going to be tough. Well, we'll see. He's a very brashful talker, Joe Burrow. So we'll see how they respond moving forward. Detroit just pounded the Tennessee Titans. I mean, I kind of thought Tennessee was going to make that a fight. They were actually, I think, up by like a touchdown or two, and then they quickly demolished and quickly just turned to pumpkin. Detroit's probably going to win the Super Bowl. My hot take, probably. And they look amazing. Them in Kansas City, of course. Kansas City remains undefeated. We know that. Just going back to Thursday though, LA. I mean, yeah, the Rams beating Minnesota. Referee's not calling that face mask was egregious and outright stupid. And that referee looking right at Sam Darnold just got his whole face crazy. Don't understand that. So those are a couple of impressive things that Jameis, got to shout out Jameis, defeated the Baltimore Ravens. That was unbelievable. That was crazy. Uh, Shout out to Jameis. I mean, if you have not heard his post game and maybe pregame, his speech that he had into the tunnel and all that, it's on TikTok, it's on YouTube. I suggest you look at that. That was very, 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 very impressive. The San Francisco 49ers are not dead. Thank you, Dallas Cowboys, for not just dethroning them. They're back. They have a bye week. I believe Christian McCaffrey may come back. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with that with depressive. The Dallas Cowboys. Like your America's team, I get it. You've had a week to prepare for this team, and that's what you do. You've had a week to prepare for the San Francisco 49ers, and that's what you do. I mean, you could just tell offensively, and I didn't watch it, but I saw the highlights of it. It's just a two-man show with Dak and CeeDee Lamb. It's just, okay, CeeDee, I'm gonna throw it to you. Please make something. Then Dak, okay, if I throw a couple interceptions, we're in trouble. Brock Purdy outran both the entire Cowboys as running backs, which is just downright disgraceful. This might be one of the years. I don't know. Can they magically get 10 wins, make it to a wild card? Because I do not think they're going to win the division. I think it's going to come down to my Eagles and Washington. And then maybe you could probably add the Cowboys in to get a wild card. Maybe. I don't know. But they got to have some luck into it as well. Some people to lose and all. But it doesn't get any easier for them. They play the Falcons next week. Then they played Philadelphia and Houston. So I hope they get it together at some point. I really hope they do, but it's not looking good for the Americans team, the Cowboys, right now. The New York Jets. Oh, Aaron Rodgers. Oh, Aaron Rodgers. Just, I mean, it's not all on you, Aaron, but it's like, when are you gonna play? When are you gonna step up? When are you gonna be and everybody else around you? Like, this is just unacceptable. Losing to a New England Patriots team that's not that great. You needed this win. You needed the win. You're 2-6 now. I mean, when's that fire gonna lift? Devontae Adams is not included so far. Maybe he picks it up. They have a marquee Halloween game against Houston. Houston, I'm gonna get to them. Houston only has like really one wide receiver right now. It's Joe Mixon, the running back, and Tank Dell. Stephon Diggs looks like he's gonna be out for a while. I'm sorry, Nico Collins is out. He's on IR. So what are the Jets gonna do? They need. I'm saying this right now. Their Halloween game coming up. It's a must win. Must win week 9 game coming up. They gotta win that game. Plain and simple. Other depressed, the Miami Dolphins. I mean, Tua came back. Congratulations to them. They actually look like a good team with Tua coming back. But my man Kyle Murray just came. He's focused. I mean, even when Call of Duty came out, he was still, the whole story about Kyle Murray in Call of Duty is gaming. But he played out. Marvin Harrison, those he made like two catches the other day, were just unbelievable. Marvin Harrison, he is a baller. They went into Miami and won that game. The Anthony Richardson play, when the Colts played Texans. Anthony Richardson, if you did not see tapped his helmet to get out the game. I'm thinking, okay, did he hurt himself? Did he just get his air knocked out, the wind knocked out of him? No. He basically admitted to post game and being too honest to me, saying like, "Oh my, I got tired, my conditioning, I got tired." Anthony, you can't say that. You cannot say that. Like the offensive lineman and everybody else is playing. Michael Pittman is playing on a bad back. Like he's playing hurt. You got to be better than that, AR. You got to be better than that. And it's a learning lesson. And I don't know if they should go to Joe Flacco or not. They play Minnesota Sunday. That's going to be a tough environment for Anthony Richardson to go to Minnesota and possibly try to win that game. That's going to be tough. We'll see. We'll see how that plays out. So anything, all the other stuff I want to say. The Steelers last night defeated the Giants. Russell still cooking. They're doing their thing. Can't be mad at it. Can't be mad at it. They're letting Russell cook. So those are my some of my takeaways from it. Jordan Love getting hurt. Malik Willis coming in. It's becoming a theme. Malik Willis just saving the day for the Green Bay Packers. They defeated the Jaguars. Atlanta beat Tampa Bay 31-26. Trying to think that I missed the Saints and the Chargers and Saints. Chargers just dominated. The Saints just don't look like themselves without Derek Carr. They look inept. Buffalo defeated Seattle 31-10. Wow. Okay. Wow. Life without DK. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. And I'm trying to think. Denver beating Carolina 28-14. Sean Payton, J.C. Horn, the defender for Carolina, getting on Sean Payton, talking about you trying to run the score, trying to run the score. It's the NFL. J.C., come on. Why don't you stop them? Relax. A fake field goal. Okay. Sean Payton could be a little douchebag-ish. Okay. Well, why don't y'all start dominating and start winning? I know it's y'all, it's Carolina, I get it, but whatever. So, not feeling that whole you're running up the score. You're a professional NFL player. Professional NFL player. Start playing like one and start acting like one. That's my take on that. Okay. Also, like I said, reviews about NFL season, you guys. Let me know what you guys think about this past week. It was a crazy week. Let me know what you guys think about this. Leave it on the comment section. Marquee games that I'm looking forward to. Like I said, I mentioned Houston and New York Thursday night football. The Jets are favored by 2. We'll see. I mean, that's kind of we'll see. Houston might be motivated off of that. The fact that they're underdog by 2 points, that's crazy. Other games that I'm looking forward to. I mentioned Dallas and Atlanta, how important that game is for Dallas. They cannot fall down 3-5. If they get 4-4, life can happen. We'll see how that happens. But that will be a interesting game. Detroit, Green Bay. That's a marquee game, you guys. Detroit's the 3.5 point favorite. What is Malik I'm sorry, is Jordan Love gonna play? We don't know. But that should be a very, very, very interesting game. I'm looking forward to watching that game. Sunday night, like I said, Indianapolis and Minnesota. How is Anthony Richardson gonna respond? Or if it's Joe Flacco? In my opinion, I think it should be Joe Flacco. I think Joe Flacco moves the ball better, looks better in the pocket. I think it's a better situation for Indianapolis. The playmakers can do their thing. We'll see. Uh, Other game, Jacksonville and Philly, Ducky P's return to Philadelphia. We'll see. I mean, Philadelphia is actually favored by 7.5. We will actually see how that plays out. And did I mention Washington? Oh, Washington plays the Giants. Washington's actually a 3.5 point favorite. NFC East, you know how NFC East could get a little quirky. So let's see how that plays out. There's some bad games into it as well. I'm sorry, Tennessee Titans fans out there. You guys are playing the New England Patriots. What a lousy game this is. I'm sorry. It's just bad, bad, bad. Look at the spread. The Tennessee's actually favored by 3.5. Hey, we'll see. I mean, New Orleans plays Carolina, barn burner. We'll see. We'll see. Both of those games. Denver and Baltimore. Actually, Baltimore's a 9.5 point favorite. Both of them are 5-3. Surprise. Broncos could make the playoffs. Shout out to my boy Darren, Broncos fan. They could make the playoffs. We'll see. Um, Jameis, they play the LA Chargers at Cleveland. Chargers are a 1.5 point favorite. Again, we'll see about that. Jameis looked really good last week. Can he continue his performance against the LA Chargers? Monday Night Football game, my birthday, Tampa Bay, Kansas City. Kansas City 8.5 point favorite. Tampa Bay has no playmakers except for Oden, but Sharon Shepard and the other playmakers they have, we'll see. Rashard White, we'll see how they play. So interesting to see how this week of football comes up. So stay tuned. All right. Quickly, I'm gonna get into the Tyler Perry show, this Beauty and Black show. I hope I said it right. Did I say it right? Yeah, Beauty and Black show. Spoiler alert, you guys. If you have not still seen it, I suggest you kind of rewind, like fast forward this part. But me and my wife, we saw the 8 episodes that came out this past week. It's a lot, and I'm just gonna keep it right there. It is a lot going on this series. Starting with the couple, the couple that has Beauty in Black. They own it. They've this it's like a cancerous thing going on with their products. It's making people sick. And so they are trying to fix it and all. And the wife, played by Crystal Stewart, who's a good actress, she's a really good actress. She's trying to run the stuff, even though her husband is a druggie and doesn't know what he's doing. And the brother of the family, he's in the car, he's out of control as well. Um, and then of course they mention about sex workers and prostitution, and it's a very dangerous world out there. It's a very dangerous world for those type of people. So I get it, I understand, but it's still crazy. It's a lot of things to partake of. And Tyler Perry, I support Tyler Perry, but it's like certain stuff that he has and he's putting out there. It's just so much black black Christians out there. And I'm a Christian. I fully am a Christian, but it's like, and I try to support black excellence. I really do. But it's like Tyler Perry is pushing a he's pushing a fight, and I don't understand it. But it's just so much stuff going on with the sex workers and the uh homosexual things going on in it. It's just a lot. It's a lot to partake of. But honestly, you guys, I want you to have your inside thoughts on this. Out of a 1 to 10 scale, I gave it a 7. But it's just so much. If you don't like watching all of the stuff, all the craziness that goes on, the sexual all that going on, I suggest you do not watch this. My mom and them, my mom, she'll watch some stuff, but it's like if it gets over the line, like the lines right here that goes over the line, she ain't gonna watch it. So I think after one episode, she's like, "Nah, I'm out on this show." And I don't blame her either. But I will watch it, but it's like, I don't know. The human side of me is like, this is just so much. But it goes into a story about sexuality and just basically that type of life, that sex worker type life. And they have a part 2 coming out next year. Blindly, I will watch it. I don't know. I mean, to be determined with me and my wife, to be determined. But I suggest you guys just to, if you could take watching it, you can take watching it. If not, just don't watch it. But I'm not gonna sit there and try to deny how Tyler Perry, how great he is, of a director, screenwriter he is. He's great, but I just wish sometimes he would kind of go another route. Do like a black Christian family feel good stories like the Cosbys or Fresh Prince of Bel Air, like those type of shows we used to have. I wish he would go that route, but if he wants to continue doing that, that's fine. But I want a elevation from Tyler Perry. Is that so much to ask? Elevation for Tyler Perry, just different route? I don't know. But you guys, that was it was a lot to take for me to watch. Let me know what you guys think. For those who have watched the show already, what do you think? It was a little too much? Was it just right? Did he tackle the issues that needed to be tackled during this series? Just let me know what you guys think in the chat. And of course, I will hear it, get all the feedback, and try to respond to you guys as soon as I can. All right. My final thoughts so far on this wonderful episode. The Dwayne Wade statue. He got a statue at the Kazakh Arena. I'm not sure how you say it, but the new arena that's in Miami Heat. They should be ashamed of themselves. I'm sorry. Like I know Dwayne Wade trying to be politically correct to say he liked the statue. Yeah, it was good. Blah blah blah. I I really think that he's trying not to hurt their feelings. It was horrible. Uh, if you guys have not seen the image of it, please Google it. It's right there. Look at it on social media and all. It's right there. It's just bad. It's bad. It's bad. And I just don't. Statues and stuff. This is not the only statue that I've seen that's bad. Like there have been plenty of other bad statues out there in general. But I don't know what the thing is. It's like, do you need to do better? Does the person need to see before it's displayed out in public? I mean, I don't know, but they need to do better. You guys need to do better. It's just bad. It looks like an older version of Dwayne. It doesn't even look like Dwayne Wade. It doesn't. I just feel like, do they need to get better? Do they need to not have statues? Do they have clay images? I don't know, but it's just really, really, really bad. Uh, the statue is getting clowned. Dwayne Wade deserves better. Deserves better than this. He's a legend in Miami Heat history. He's a franchise player. He's a great guy. And it was just a horrible, horrible look for that statue making. I mean, I'm not trying to take away how good they are. I expect better. I expect better for legendary stars like Dwayne Wade. And you're gonna do that to a legend like Dwayne Wade. Like, that's bad. That's bad. Let me know what you guys think about the statue. It was just bad. Like horrible. Uh but Dwayne Wade showed class, and like I expect him to do, high class, and just say, oh, it was good, it was good. But his face, look at that double take on his face. He was like, ooh. But I'm gonna be polite and be respectful and just say they did a good job, did the best they can. So congrats on Dwayne Wade for holding face. But if that was me, sorry, we would have had a private conversation outside the cameras and all that. And I'll probably say, look, we had to do some stuff behind the scenes and all. We're gonna redo this, revamp it up, and we're gonna have a better presentation to give you guys. But that would be me, but I would not do it publicly. I'll just do it behind closed doors. That's how respectful I can be. But that statue was beyond horrible. Do better, Miami Heat statue people, whoever made that general, just do better. Do better. All right, you guys, that will conclude a wonderful, wonderful episode of Throw It Down Big Fella podcast. Please, you guys, subscribe to my podcast, my YouTube channel at Throw It Down Big Fella. Follow on Instagram at Throw It Down Big Fella Pod. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you guys next week for your host with the most, Greg Rufus. I will see you next time. Until then, peace out.
Throw it down, big man.